All right, Shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKodash. I want to give double honors to our apostles and the bishops at Great Millstone who continue to rule well and guide us to the Spirit, and double honors to their teachers who taught them as well. And peace and blessing, shalom to the Most High's hopeful elect across the four winds of the earth. I'm the brother Yagadal. I'm one from GMS Houston, back with another lesson. All right, and I'm going to jump straight into this lesson. All right, as you see, I have a question I had asked chat. All right, concerning how the government shutdown is affecting federal workers. Okay, and now everybody else is in a state of comfort because it's just affecting federal workers. But hey, we're in a time where it might not be a bounce back. It might not be a calming period where after people enter furloughs and all right, the government shut down and people get all their back pay and get paid for what the time lost. There's a lot of uncertainty right now. Okay, but it's not going to stop there, man. All these jobs are going to end at a certain point, man. All right, we're going to enter into hyperinflation. They're going to put a squeeze on the people. All right, so people will be forced, all right, to accept the MOTB, all right, as a solution or a way out of the situation. Okay, to be able to get their jobs back, to be able to get the pay they lost, and along a long list of things that Esau is going to come with, all right, to force you to accept his mark. Okay, but let's get into this information, and I got a couple scriptures I want to go into. All right, this with the current events that's happened here in America concerning rebellion against the government, these ICE protests. Okay. All right. These federal workers, all right, going out and speaking against your beloved president, Donald Trump. Okay. Amongst many other things that's going on right here on your beloved America. All right. But I asked the question, all right, how is the government shutdown affecting federal workers? It says, what's happening now? Furloughs and expected essential employees. All right. See how they always use keywords, expected essential employees. In other words, as Trump said, he's going to hand pick who's going to get taken care of. OK. It says concerning the federal workers. All right. It says when a shutdown occurs, agencies must clarify federal employees into broad groups: accepted, those whose work is essential and must continue, and non-accepted, those who are furloughed and must stop working. Okay, so it's two categories. If you're considered essential, all right, you must continue working, and the crazy part is you'll work without pay. Okay. And then you have the non-accepted, which were the ones who are mandatory for them to stop working and are furloughed. All right. It says accepted employees still work during the shutdown, but without pay during the lapse. All right. Just like I said a second ago, it says furloughed employees are not allowed to perform any work during the shutdown, even on government devices or via remote access. Pay or back pay. For the work done before the shutdown, federal employees should, keyword, it says should receive their regular paycheck because payroll processing for the already earned wages is not blocked. Under the Government Employee Fair Treatment Act of 2019, furloughed employees are supposed to receive retroactive pay for the time they were furloughed once appropriations resume. However, there is currently a legal debate. A recent Office of Management and Budget (OMB) memo asserts that back pay is not guaranteed unless Congress explicitly includes it in the funding legislation. So for these federal workers that's employed, that's furloughed. Okay. All right. Unless the Congress, all right, includes that into the new funding or budget. Okay. Then they won't receive back pay. Okay. So it's on the chopping board right now. All right. It says the OMB All right, it's the Office of Management and Budget. It says interpretation is being challenged by federal employees, unions, and legal experts because it appears inconsistent with both OPM guidance and the intent of the 2019 law. Layoffs and reductions in force. It says, unlike past shutdowns, the current period has seen actual firing. So it's letting you know this ain't like they tried to lump it all together. Oh, we've been through so many government shutdowns over the last 5 decades. Okay, but this one's different. Okay, it's separating it right now. All right, because there's actual firings. Okay, they're really cutting down the workforce within the federal workers. Okay, but it says, unlike past shutdowns, the current period has seen actual firings, reduction in force initiated by the White House and some agencies. Agencies are being instructed to consider eliminating positions and programs not consistent with the president's priorities. So it's going to be, we're the dictatorship right now, man. Okay. It's basically whatever they say is gonna go. Fuck with the laws and the protection in the past. Okay, right now it's whatever we say goes, man. Okay, Nero is putting a pressive thumb on your asses, man. Okay, it says OPM guidance indicates that certain work related to ongoing RFIs may be treated. RFFs, Salakia. It says may be treated as accepted, so those tasks may continue even during the shutdown. All right. Let me see. All right. Yeah, I wanted to get this too. It says effects of benefits, retirement, and related areas: health, dental, vision, life insurance, etc. Coverage continues during the shutdown for federal workers and their dependents. It says retirement contributions matching. They may be delayed. These may be delayed. Exact treatment depends on agency and payroll rules. Unemployment compensation. Some furloughed employees may be eligible for unemployment. See, this is all going to be done upon their discretion. Okay, they're going to pick and choose who's going to get taken care of, who qualifies for unemployment. All right, who's going to get back pay depending on how long the shutdown continues. All right, it says practical implications and risks. It says financial stress. Okay, this is what I want to get to. It says financial stress, missing paychecks or delays in payment create immediate financial burdens for many households because the bills are not going to be furloughed. The bills are not going to be put off to the side. Okay, just because you're not working, all right, you don't have a paycheck coming in, you still got to pay your rent. You still have to pay your insurance. All right, you have to take care of that car note. Okay, you still need groceries. You got to keep your lights on. Okay. They're not going to have sympathy. All right. Oh, shit. Oh, you work for the federal, you're a federal employee. You're not working right now. Okay. Well, we're going to waive your rent. Okay. No. All right. This is the beginning of an overall, a pinnacle of oppression, man. Okay. To lead you to take the MOTB. It says morale, turnover, and retention. Prior research suggests that employees impacted by shutdowns have higher rates of voluntary departure afterward, uncertainty, and legal battles. Because of the new OMB memo and the push to challenge it, there's uncertainty whether all federal workers, especially furloughed ones, will receive their expected retroactive pay. So if the shutdown ends, that nobody's guaranteed, everybody's not guaranteed to get their retroactive pay for the time that they lost. Okay. It says operational disruptions. Agencies must spend time and resources managing shutdown planning, contingency operations, classification of employees, etc. That process itself can strain capacity, man. And it's crazy Now you have now all these federal workers are gonna they can't be paid, but then they're throwing all type of money at regular citizens that's signing up to become ICE agents. All right, to I don't want to say help. Okay, they're not helping the situation, man. Okay, they're volunteering. Now you got these Edomites; they are willing to suit up, throw a mask on, and go round up blacks and Latinos for free. All right, but they're still taking care of your essential workers. All right, your federal workers. All right, what are you doing? You throwing money, all right, towards ICE agents to be paid so you can ramp up your gang on the streets, man. Okay, this is why you're seeing a high level of rebellion, all right, amongst all right the citizens, man. Okay, we want to grab this first scripture, all right, because it's gonna come a point in time where it's not just gonna be federal jobs on the chopping block. Okay, this is Ecclesiastes 12:3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. So the grinder ceasings representing what? The workers. All right. There's going to be little to no work very soon, man. Okay. All right. And this is going to force people into a position of desperation. It's going to force people to a position of having to depend on whatever outcome or solution, all right, this devil has cooked up, which we know is the micro C-hip, man. Okay, but we all, and that's why brothers have to be in the mindset, hey, don't get fucking comfortable, man, because we're going to lose all this shit soon. It has to happen. If you truly believe in the kingdom of heaven, you're hastening for the kingdom to come and the Lord to return and judge this place, then you know, all right, that we're going to have to lose everything, man, because we don't have shit anyway. All right, we're looking for the kingdom to come, man. Okay, but we're watching this place go down. All right, we're watching the demise of the last kingdom to stand before the kingdom of heaven is established in righteousness, man. And this is beautiful to be in the know in these times, man. All right, being in a calm state while everybody else is bugging out because we have the answers. All right, we have the answers according to prophecy. Okay. All right, this is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and 16. It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And this is what we're seeing, man. All right, these protests are only going to ramp up, man. And Esau needs that. He wants you to protest. That's why he's the one, all right, setting up, really pulling the strings behind this shit. Okay, to get you people to get out on the street so he can have a reason. Okay, to now we can shift the target. Oh, it's not just going to be Latin Americans. Okay. All right, it's not just going to be so-called Negroes. Okay. All right, anybody who's a potential domestic threat. Okay, domestic mean you're inland. Okay, you're here on the shores of America, and now you're a threat because you're opposing, all right, the rulers that be and the plans that they have. Okay, so they want you. Now we don't have to worry about legal ramifications. We don't have to worry about due process. Okay, now we can start laying people down because they're going to have people set up, all right, to do other things outside of protest, man, like they've always done. All right. Having agents set up to start riots, get violent, all right, start burning and breaking into things, breaking things. Okay, I want to get to just real quick, just get a quick definition for sedition. It says conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch. And that's what you're seeing now because of all the things that's coming into play. Okay, all right, this oppressive height that this place is getting to, man. Okay, the lack of resources, the lack of jobs, the lack of funds for people to survive is pushing people to a desperate state. Okay, to where they are losing, they've lost trust in this place, man. Okay, people are on the edge, man. All right, that's why, man, when you out and about, this is to brothers, man. All right, be careful on these roads, man. There's demons everywhere, man. Don't be getting into no road rage. Don't be fucking arguing with people on the highway. Man, let these people go about their business and get the fuck off the streets, man. All right, avoid, all right, being out in these crowded areas, man. People on edge. People are ready to fucking lose it, man. All right, you never know where you could be in one of these nutcases. All right, decide, all right, to just pull out and start shooting, man. All right, it's crazy things going on, man. All right, but this is a sign of a kingdom falling, man. Okay, this is Mark chapter 3 and verse 24, and I'm gonna end it on this. It says, "If a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand." And hey, just going back to recent events like the Charlie Kirk assassination, man, because you seen a split down the nation, all right, within that, man. Okay, left against right, all right, Christians against non-Christians, all right. There's all type of division. Now you have, all right, all these federal workers are speaking against the government, man. Okay, you have all these people speaking, protesting against ICE. All right, people that's supporting the ICE coming in and rounding up, all right, people, and then the ones who don't support. There's all type of division going on in this place, and this is the way the Lord had it set up, man, so it could be all out confusion within the borders of America. All right, reading on verse 25, it says, "And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end." And this is the end. This is what we've been waiting for. All right. Since this devil has been in rulership, man. Okay. All right. This is what our forefathers have looked for, man, which they are back today. Okay. To witness the downfall of the last kingdom, to witness the downfall of Esau and the rise of Jacob, which will be the kingdom of heaven, all right, established under Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai and a righteous rule forever. Okay, a righteous dominance forever. Okay, all right, to where the law, statutes, and commandments will be upheld, enforced in the earth on the other nations. All right, they'll have no choice but to abide under the rule of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. But beforehand, this place has to be divided. All right, chaos has to erupt across the whole country. All right, and then martial law, Jacob's trouble will kick in. All right, and then they're going to come with this MOTB in the midst of World War III, man. And this thing is coming to a wrap very soon. All right, as Apostle Hart said, man, within a year, we could be out of here, man. All right, so keep them prayers going up, keep those spiritual complaints going up, all right, and pray constantly for the downfall of this place, man. Yeah, you get nervous in the flesh thinking about, oh, what's coming, but shit, when the jobs are gone, we're that closer to getting out of here. Okay, when the famine hits, we're that closer to getting out of here. Okay, when there's all type of crazy shit going on in the streets, we're that much closer to getting out of here. So remain faithful and prayed up. All right, with that, I say shalom.